In his own autobiography, saying, "The entire Calcutta is full with the corpses of the dead. Colonies after colonies are burning. This is a terrible show of killing Hindus and Muslims. How can people kill each other?"
You know that I love my people, and the people love me. I'm ready to sacrifice anything for them.
In 1972, Bangabandhu flies directly to London instead of returning to his homeland as he is released from the jail in Pakistan. He asked the world leaders for support to membership in the Commonwealth as the first demand of the newly independent state. Thus, foreign policy of Bangladesh starts shaping, drawing on Bangabandhu's wisdom.
How would you describe your foreign policy, Prime Minister? Is it one of non-alignment?
Yeah. Non-alignment, independent, neutral, foreign policy. We believe in peaceful coexistence in world peace, and friendship to all and malice to none.
In September 1973, he joined the NAM conference. Bangabandhu's speech was hugely applauded by the world's leaders. Bangabandhu unhesitatingly declared,
"We have embodied these principles in our constitution, and we are committed by the constitution to support the just struggle of the oppressed people against colonialism, imperialism, and racialism throughout the world."
The apocalypse speech brought Bangabandhu global fame. Even the legendary leader Fidel Castro got mesmerized with his personality and remarked, "I have not seen the Himalayas, but I have seen Sheikh Mujib. In personality, conviction, and courage. To me, the man is as tall as the Himalayas." Such was his popularity across lands that during visits to countries like Japan, Soviet Union, and India, common people would throng to the streets and stand in sun for hours just to watch a glimpse of Bangabandhu. Bangabandhu proclaimed his full support to the people in Arab world who were struggling for freedom. He dispatched airplanes carrying tea as gift from Bangladesh during the Arab-Israel War in 1973. He said Bangladesh was ready to support the Arabs as much as possible. In 1974, the foreign minister of Kuwait and Senegal came down to Bangladesh to invite Bangabandhu to join OIC conference in Pakistan. But Bangabandhu did.
One sovereign country can discuss another sovereign country. Until Bangladesh is recognized by Pakistan.
Then Pakistan was a moment of pride for Bangladesh. Arrived as Bangabandhu delivered the maiden speech in Bangla at the United Nations General Assembly session. This was the first by any Bengali at the global stage.
আমরা স্বাগত জানাই সেই সকল প্রচেষ্টাকে যার লক্ষ্য বিশ্বে উত্তেজনা হ্রাস করা, অস্ত্র প্রতিযোগিতা সীমিত করা, এশিয়া, আফ্রিকা, ইউরোপ ও ল্যাটিন আমেরিকা তথা পৃথিবীর প্রত্যেকটি অংশে শান্তিপূর্ণ সহাবস্থান নীতি জোরদার করা।
He is the leader who delivered speech in his mother language at the United Nations headquarters. And decades later, Bangladesh secured recognition as an independent and sovereign nation from over 120 countries. In 1970,
Shadow Minister for Asia and the Pacific, Lord Sheikh of Cornhill from Conservative Party, Vice Chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group on Bangladesh. I don't see Lord Evans, but he had confirmed, but I understand he couldn't make it. Saeed Mujamil Ali, member of Student Action Committee of 1971, Overseas Movement for Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971, valiant freedom fighters of Bangladesh Liberation War of 1971 who are present here today amongst us, members of the press, media and cultural British Bangladeshi community here and distinguished members.
Now her Rizvi, Catherine West, MP. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been reminded by the professor that I met him when I visited Bangladesh and I had a meeting with the Prime Minister. It's lovely to see you, Professor. Thank you for reminding me of that excellent meeting. Good evening. Assalamu alaikum. At the outset, I would like to thank High Commissioner of the People's Republic of Bangladesh for kindly inviting me.
Beautiful village of Molivazara in February 2013 and hearing the most beautiful singing, everybody singing, and I looked out the window of the hostel and I thought I'd gone to heaven. It was the most beautiful moment, and I felt then a very strong sense of the friendship between the UK and of course between Bangladesh as a one.
Been to Murshidabad or to go there, and you will see that in Gulab Bagh there is one particular room where 7 members of Siraj-ud-Dawla were killed on the same day, poisoned to death by Mir Jafar and his East India Company allies. So we have great tragedies in Bengal, but this tragedy, I have always said, yes, he was our father of the nation. Yes, he was the founder of Bangladesh. Yes, he spent 14 or 23 years of Pakistan in prison. 3 times, not once, 3 times, he faced the gallows. 3 times. Election to shift the balance of power from the wealthy, influential.
Hearing the blasts of the cannons and the rifles, you woke up from bed, glanced with that black framed glass on your eyes, wearing your white 7th March Punjabi, with that black pipe on your mouth. You walked every nook and corner of the house. The dead corpses lying in different rooms seemed very unknown to you, Father. Your 10-year-old Russell, your bullet hit, the bullet shoulder of your wife, the blooded hands of your newly married daughters-in-law, the ravished portrait of Rabindranath Tagore, your golden Bengal.
May the peace, blessing and mercy of Almighty Allah be upon you all. Her Excellency has started her speech with a deep reference to my name and our organization in 1971, Bangladesh Students Action Committee. I will just briefly say one thing, mainly for our British distinguished guests. I'm almost certain none of you know this, what I'm going to tell you now. In 71, the support that we received from the British government, media, each and everyone is unbelievable. One thing the British government decided in the middle of 71, they announced that any student studying in the United Kingdom will be eligible to draw pension equivalent money, which was £7 a week in 1971, provided they can prove they're enrolled. And I'll give you 3 brief examples. A bed sitter in 71 used to cost £3 a week, and a civil servant salary of a junior officer was £1,000 per annum. As an article clerk myself, my starting salary was £520 a year. I will not show the complete interview, obviously, for this reason. Then David Frost asked him, what is your biggest weakness? And the Bangabandhu said, do not believe for a second that this is simply by brute done, because he he was, in the eyes of the government, was anti-government. So his voice was not allowed to be broadcasted. My humble request to you, ladies and gentlemen, especially who are in British politics, please help us. These criminals, these conspirators, most of them are convicted by the court of law in Bangladesh. They are living in this country, spreading rumors about the government of Bangladesh, and God knows what else they are doing, because we have seen it. I'm old enough to remember, I have seen it in 1971 and 1974. Because Bangabandhu was not just killed on 15th of August, just like that. There are so many things that happened. The whole country was terrorized by various groups. A mentally retarded lady by the name of Bashanti was wrapped up in fishing net, proving to the world that government cannot afford simply a shari to be wrapped up. Now nobody questioned, probably all of you know, a fishing net is much more expensive than a shari. But this is how the whole nation was enslaved. So my humble request to